What's going on, gangsters? You ready for an update? It's been a long time since I did an update. Well, no, not really. I did one just a little bit ago, but this is more of an official update than just return to the collection update. I'm going to do a collection update. How about that? Let's get down to it. Now, in this update, I got Blu-Rays and VHS. No DVDs. That's a little weird, ain't it? First up, well, this one's been out just a little bit. Maybe it was out about a week or two before I got it, but it was certified fresh from Rotten Tomatoes, and that's A Quiet Place. Now, this movie is definitely different. You hear a lot of horror fans say, hey, look, I want something different. It was different, but it was also weird, too. Definitely a little weird, but hey, it was still pretty good. And like I said, because it was different for horror fans to, you know, check out and everything. But it was really quiet all of a sudden, and then some crazy creatures and shit coming out. I'm not going to give it away because it is a good movie, and anybody out there wants to see it, go do it, see it, buy it, whatever you want to do, whatever. But only thing I didn't like about it is basically you really don't find out what the hell the creatures are in the damn thing. I take it they were aliens, maybe. I don't know for sure. But it really was a different kind of horror movie. It took a little while to get going, but once it got going, it was actually pretty interesting without people talking. And next up is a new DC Universe movie, animated film, Death of Superman. Now, I collect a lot of the Batman movies. Of course, I've got, I think, about every one of them on DVD. But this came out, and I decided, hey, I'm going to check this out. I've seen a few other people get it. And it's only been out for maybe a week or two, maybe 2 weeks. I'm not sure. That's a week or two, right? I don't know. Death of Superman. It was actually pretty good. I actually used to have a graphic novel of this and read it. And basically, if you read the novel, it's basically a lot of the same stuff going on. I think they changed a few little things, not a whole lot. But it was actually pretty good. It's got a slipcase here. Got the same cover and everything. Nothing drastic, nothing that's going to blow your mind, but Death of Superman on Blu-ray. I had to pick it up. I bought this one at Walmart. Yeah, I think it was at Walmart where I got it. Now we're going to switch over to VHS, but I got a few more Blu-rays, so stay tuned if you're looking for the Blu-rays. This is a Canon film media release. I got it from Scotty Slasher. Did a little bit of trade from Scotty Slasher. If you ain't never checked out Scott Slasher World, go check him out. This is Death Wish Part 4. Now I have the first 3 on DVD, and that brother knew it, and he said, you got to have Death Wish 4. Charles Bronson, I can't say much about this. I haven't actually even seen this one, I think. If I have, it's been a long time and I don't really remember it, but now I got the first 4, and I think there's 5, hell, maybe even 6. But there was a remake just came out with Bruce Willis. I don't know about that one, but I'll have to check it out eventually. But Charles Bronson was the man. I just like the cover to this one. It's just different. It looks like you should put it up in lights. Video classic. Bela Lugosi and White Zombie. Not much going on, but I like the little light things. Ain't that pretty cool? There's the back of it right there. Never seen this one. Bela Lugosi is Dracula, everybody knows that, but this is White Zombie. I think it might have came out a few years later after Dracula did, and I got that from Scotty Slasher too. And let's go ahead and grab another one, another Bela Lugosi, The Gorilla. Never checked this one out either, and this came from Scotty Slasher too. It's a Good Times release, if you can see right there. Yeah, the old VHS. Can't leave out the VHS. We're going back to Blu-ray. In this movie, Metal Murph, if you ain't never heard of him, I've got stuff from him in the past. He's a big VHS collector, but he also, every once in a while, gets some Blu-rays and shit. And he picked this up, and he was talking about it on Instagram, and I said, shit, I gotta get it. Love is a Monster, Spring. Now this movie, definitely, we're on a big thing here about different horror movies. This thing was really different too. Disguised as a love story at first, then it turns out to be some really weird shit. And man, I tell you what, this man really loved this woman. If you watch this movie, you know what I mean. And if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it, because really, if you're gonna stick through all that shit, you a true man and you really love that woman. Blake Lively in The Shallows. I love some shark movies. Gotta love Jaws and all that good stuff, and just shark movies in general. anything. Shark Night, I got that too. But The Shallows, I remember this coming out a few years ago and I wanted to see it. I just never got around to seeing it. And Blake Lively, she ain't bad to watch in a little bikini and getting out and surfing. But then she gets bit by a damn shark. All kinds of shit breaks loose, but you gotta check it out. I'm not gonna give it away, but it's pretty cool with just her and the shark mainly for most of the movie, but there is a few other people in it. Kind of reminds you of Castaway when Tom Hanks was by himself for like an hour or something. You didn't think he was really gonna like it, but this, he really ended up liking it. Well, at least I did. I really liked it. Did I ever say I liked it? Oh, masterful. Yeah, masterful. Blake Lively, The Shallows, check it out. And we're going back to, oh, we're still on Blu-rays. I was going to say we're going back to 10 Cloverfield Lane. Been wanting to see this forever. Got all this was off of Amazon. It was really cheap, like $5 or $6. I saw it about a month ago when I first started dating my new lady friend Rhonda. She had it. Well, she didn't actually have the movie, but they had it on demand or some shit, and I decided I wanted to get it. Really good. John Goodman's in it. What's that other chick's name in it? I can't think right off. John Goodman. Mary Elizabeth. That's it. Mary Elizabeth. Pretty good look at too. But John Goodman was really crazy in this. And for a while I was thinking, is John Goodman really flipping crazy, or is this shit really happening? Kind of makes you think a few times. It goes back and forth, but it's a really good movie. So check it out. And we're going back to VHS. Some more stuff from Scotty Slasher. This is Abbott Costello and meets Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He said these movies are pretty cool. I've always heard about a bunch of them. I think there's Frankenstein and Dracula and all that shit, but never seen them, so I had to check this one out. He's got another one here that he ended up throwing in, Little Shop of Horrors. I think that's Jack Nicholson that's in this. Yeah, Jack Nicholson. This really young Jack right there. A few more here I gotta throw in. War of the Colossal Beast. Yeah, check that out. Check out that green stuff going on right there, gangsters. And this right here is Dracula Cinematic Scrapbook. I have the Frankenstein one too. Cover's a little rough, but the tape's good shape and everything. And I said, hey, it's Dracula. I had to get it. And the last one is another Dracula. And this one's really hard to get on DVD. It's Dracula, the Prince of Darkness. This is Christopher Lee as Dracula. I got a bunch of his on DVD and VHS. But this is a cool Hammer collection. It's one of them Anchor Bay and the little clamshells. So that's all the VHS. And now we're going back to Blu-ray. This one right here, it's been out for a few years, but I've always wanted to get it and never got it. And it's got Patrick Wilson and Ellen Page in it, and it's hard candy. And what I remember of it is a pretty disturbing movie. And I'll have to check it out again. I just got it in the mail today. I only paid like $4 or $5 for it. And the last one, It Follows. And this came out like, I guess, a year or two ago, somewhere close to that. And just like A Quiet Place, and what was the other one that I showed? The Shallows, and of course 10 Cloverfield Lane. They're all different in a way. This movie is really freaking different, and it's really kind of weird. But and you never really find out near the end. It just ends, and you don't really like, you know, what the hell happened, or, you know, I hear they're gonna make a part 2, but who knows. But it's in my collection. It's worth a watch. I've already watched it twice. I watched it by myself, and then I watched it with my lady Rhonda, and she dug it. You know, she dug it. She digged it, whatever. But she, it was at the end. She was like, "That's it. That's the end." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's the end." So it's just one of them types of movies, but it is different. And that is it for the Blu-rays and the VHS. I hope everybody enjoyed this. And collection update, you know, the tapes I didn't really give nothing for. I traded a few records and stuff for it, and most of the Blu-rays I think was like $5 or less, except for Death of Superman. I paid, you know, total $20. No, I don't even think it's $15 at Walmart. So I got a deal on most of the stuff except for that one. Basically I paid full price for. But yeah, got to watch some Blu-rays and some VHS and leave the DVD out this time. So happy watching all y'all out there, and hope you have a collection update coming up soon, and I will watch yours too. Till next time.